what are the basic verbal and non-verbal communication skills expected from a fresher?
Okay, so in today's global scenario, English is an absolute must. Okay, so and I think this is the place where some of our us Indians have a bit of a problem. Okay, we can write well, okay, but we can't speak too well. Okay, so when you're preparing yourself for a job, and if it is required, invest in being good at written and spoken English. Okay, and I can tell you, if you can do that, you are home and dry. Then there are certain other things that I would like to touch upon in terms of communication skills. Look in somebody's eyes when you're talking to them. Okay, don't prevaricate. Don't. We're all shy to begin with, but that doesn't mean that you should keep looking away or blinking or taking away. And so look in the eye. It always makes it's a big communicator. Okay, I mean, just looking in the eyes is a big communicator. The second thing is, look out for body language of the other person. Okay, you can always make out whether you're making sense to somebody or you're not. So look out for those signals, read for those signals. It will take some practice, but there's so much you can learn by being a good observer of body language in the process of communication. Okay, you can change what you're saying in a minute if you can read those body signals, and from the conversation going completely disastrous, you can instantly turn it into a very, very successful conversation. Then to write good English, okay, you have to be a reader. Okay, whether you only read the newspaper or you read something more, or you read a self-help book or whatever. But if you are not in the habit of reading, you're going to find it very difficult to write. Okay, because it just makes such a big difference. It's a big difference, and I have seen it through my life that people who read are invariably very good writers, written communicators of the language. So yeah, I think some of these are the pointers. I mean, learn to be to the point, practice. Okay, especially in the initial stages of your life, stand in front of a mirror, practice. I mean, those are the things, those are the ways to make yourself into really good communicators, both written and reading. There was another thing we used to do in one of my organizations, where we had to teach people how to read good English, to speak good English, just for half an hour every day in the morning. Take the newspaper, an English newspaper, and just read it aloud. Okay, half an hour, read it aloud. Okay, there's so much you will be able to absorb and assimilate in terms of how a sentence is formed, how it sounds, whether or not it sounds right. So I mean, we used to do this, and it is a very, very successful way of being able to being an average communicator in English to a very decent communicator in English.